Why, hello guys, it is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say, where's Dashy? Where's Dashy? Dashy is protecting the home. Sorry, I've been MIA for a few days. I was meeting a couple peeps in Atlantic City, gambling, doing a few things, trying to make money for this tax thing that I have, and also something about moving hardware out of a storage facility. Anyway, it has been a crazy couple of days. I wish I could have gone live more. I did yesterday talking about some Veve updates with Arya investments, talking about Earth 2, Hero, Tesla, all that craziness, and a bunch of stuff. Definitely go watch that. But over the last, I want to say 72 hours, I do want to go over some main points. Over the last 72 hours, we have burned, from the 5th, 6th, and 7th, we have burned over 800 million OMI. And if we go over the past week, we have burned over 2 billion OMI. So it has been a very productive week for the Veve app. We've been burning a lot. And this is with a lot of bots being able to be restricted and be banned. And the reason why I know this is because the last couple of days, a lot of people have been getting drops, like 8 to 10 of them. Like, I mean, you know, one drop, people are getting them like crazy. That hasn't happened in months. So this is very good. I think we're on the cusp of something great, just my opinion. A couple of things I would like to go over, though. So one thing is, in the Twitter space before, where they were talking about being putting buybacks back on the table, which I'll go over that real quick because that's a big thing a lot of people want to hear about. In my personal opinion, the small amount of buying pressure that would have been on buybacks would have been writ small by the other utilities that we're going to have, like OMI Raffle and OMI to NFT and OMI to land, like a lot of other different things, like, you know, maybe being able to pay for a higher master collector program thing. You know, let's say you only get a certain amount of points, you know, per collectible that you have. But if you enter a new staking tier, you get, you know, 20% more points or something along those lines. I think that would do a lot better, but, you know, like Kevorkian said, give the people what they want. People want buybacks, and they're working with their legal team so that they don't have to not do them, so that they can go and not skirt around the law, as recent said, but do it within the parameters that the law thinks is okay. Because again, if the people want them, okay, you know, we're the people's company, so we'll make it happen. Or at least they're trying to make it happen. So again, they are on our side. We'll see what happens. In that space, I saw this guy, Vice, at DJ Vice. I haven't reached out to him yet. I will. He's got about 60,000 followers on Twitter. He was in there. Seems like a cool dude. I can't wait to hang out with him, or at least talk to him. Outside of that, we have a couple of celebrities here. Moneyman was talking about some things that he invests in, which is Immutable X, and it is Akomi, and he's a musician. bcfmoneyman02@gmail.com is where you go to, like, email him. I reached out to him on Twitter, and I reached out to him on his Instagram, where he has over 1 million followers. Again, this video was about a little less than 2 weeks old, where he said he was buying Akomi, so I think it'd be great to get him on the podcast. Comment down below if you want him to get on the podcast, and comment down below if you want anyone else on the podcast that hasn't been on there yet. A couple of bombs that they dropped. So it keeps on forgetting what it's. Sorry, Eminem. Every time I do like a lyric from the song, I have to like sing the next couple of bars. Anyway, Batman Black and White. I was on Rob Stuff. Rob Stuff is like one of the most underrated YouTubers. Like PobaG and Rob Stuff are like two of my favorite. I love them so much. Totally go subscribe. Rob Stuff. I think why I like him is because he has a very similar background to I do, where he's in the card and game industry. You know, he's made has a 7-figure business. It's a freaking lot of money. You know, with cards and games that appear in Walmart and Kmart. I think Kmart's out of business now. Somebody told me. You know, Target, all that, getting them before, you know, the flippers do, and doing stuff that way. Like he knows the routes and when inventory will be on that. Like, he knows the ins and outs. I was in cards, high-end collectibles, and I never really had to, you know, fight for a product in a store. You know, I was really more the vintage guy, but like, we're all in the same field, and definitely respect him for that. He was saying on his channel, I was live before, I was listening to it on the way home, or on the way here from Atlantic City, and he was saying, I really hope we don't have a gem squeeze. I was like, okay, well, you know, what's the next the next Batman series to come out, because they announced the new Batman series, Series 6, black and white. It's like, all right. Now I'm all about that Bane. And Bane is another one that will be a first appearance. Is it going to come in the Series 6? I don't know. But I don't know how many black and white series there are, but Bane is another first appearance. So everyone was commenting like, Bane. Rob did not want another gem squeeze. I think because he's like he tried to time the bottom. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But he said, I'm not really in the mood for another gem squeeze. And everyone's like, well, forgetting about Bane. Because he was asking, there's no other first appearances, right? I was like, So I really can't wait for that. Shout out to me home Patreon member that got me that physical statue. That'll be in one of the next videos. I'll be back in my old place, new and improved. Can't wait. One of the other things that they mentioned outside of the new Batman stuff, which got a lot of people excited, at least it did me, was a new stamp. The stamp known as "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" was originally released in 2008 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the song. You all know it. This digital stamp art coincides with the opening of the National Postal Museum exhibit Baseball, America's Home Run. So I can go, oh yeah. Now that dude, like, that's a man. That's when men were men. Like, that's a real guy. I'd be pretty pumped for that, and it's the first kind of hint at sports. Stamps, we've had Day of the Dead, we've had Christmas, we've had, what my favorite stamp, again, not because I think it'll make money, I don't think too many people would want it, was the zodiac animals. Granted, it was only 25% of the zodiac animals, even less than that if you count the cat. Even though cat's not technically part of the zodiac, it would kind of mess it up. Zodiac was really like a times-keeping cable of 10s and 12s, and the cat would mess it up. Anywho, that one I like, and what's America's pastime? It's baseball. Been the #1 sport for like years. Maybe you can make the argument that NASCAR is really up there as well, depending on where you go, but yeah, this is something that I think will do very well. I'm very excited for it. Also, another thing they dropped today, OMI Gate.io update. Gate.io has informed us that any OMI holders that have their tokens stuck on their exchange will be able to withdraw them once their wallet maintenance is complete. Now, as of a few weeks ago, you were able to still put money on Gate.io and buy OMI at a heavy discount. Like, it was like 0.00, let's say like 38, and then you could buy it, in general, and then you could buy it on Gate.io for like 0.0028. And I know a couple people that did, hoping that at some point they'd be able, maybe it'll even out. Like, they were gambling thousands of dollars. I'm going to buy it on here, and hopefully it evens out, and then I'll withdraw it, because that's just what will happen. So if you go to, CoinGecko right now, and you take a look, yeah, even now. So OKEX, Bit4X, and AscendX all have OMI at 0.00. Oh no, I'm sorry. OKEX has a 0.003. That's interesting, because everyone else has it at 0.00269, 269, 267, 27. That's really interesting. Okay, disregard. But anyway, go to CoinGecko and take a look for yourself. So it seems like Gate.io has gone back up and has joined the rest of its peers, the rest of its exchanges, and leveled out. So good on whoever did that. And that appears to be about it. I'll check one more thing. If you do need to withdraw from Gate.io, you need to submit a support ticket, the withdrawal issue, the account ID, and XX token. And then also, if you need to change your birthday, you just shoot them an email, put in a ticket, change your birthday on the Veve app, and then you would be able to go and, I think Rob Stuff said he did it in like a day or like 12 hours. But within 24 hours, you should be able to change that. Also, a couple of things that I did over the last couple of days is if I go to my sets, I now have a couple extra ones. I now have a Golden Moments duo set. That set is something that has eluded me for a little while. And I think I had, I got the Aston Martin DB5, I got that car. And then I also got the new kit one that everyone was talking about. I wish I could find it. There it is, the Knight Rider. So I do have a lot of the cars. I do want to get that that motorcycle. And then once, however, though, I spent most of my stuff on Golden Moments this past weekend, so I only have about 31 gems. Maybe after tax season is when I'll start buying. Who knows? Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Class dismissed. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.